What's up, everybody? Welcome to the ReCoop. I'm your host, Cooper Daniels, and today is Monday. What's going on? The day before tax day in the United States. Actually, I'm going to do my taxes later because I was automatically filed an extension because I live in Los Angeles County. And in Los Angeles County, you get automatic extensions because our city was on fire. What's up? My phone's ringing. Right on time. What's going on? Earthquake detected. Drop, cover, hold on, protect yourself. Jesus. Talking about fires. And, well, let's see. When you feel, I didn't feel the earthquake, but you don't usually get the drop, cover, and hold on. Holy shnikes. Let's check it out. Let's go to good old X and see what kind of earthquake we just experienced over here in Los Angeles. This is fun. You know what I mean? This is fun. California is a wonderful place to be. You start your live stream and your phone goes crazy saying that you're experiencing an earthquake. Let's go and see what's going on real quick. Los Angeles. Da-da. All right, let's go right here real quick. Got a lot of precious cargo upstairs. Wow, earthquake warning more than 30 seconds before it hit Los Angeles. Ugh, was that a quake? That was the weirdest earthquake. I hate when they shake for so long. I mean, these fucking people. No wonder everybody hates Los Angeles. Bunch of fucking dipshits. Sorry. Why am I swearing so much? Come on, man. Earthquake size. We want to know the size, folks.
166,000! KG with the five! Push it!
Holy shit. 4.7 magnitude earthquake felt. Okay. What? All right.
Nigga, is you insane?
I mean, kind of.
Yo, you playing Fiend. You know what happened when you play Fiend, right?
All right, guys. Okay, wasn't that big because I didn't feel it. Let's stop sharing and let's check in. What's going on? How the hell are you people doing? Apparently there was an earthquake. I didn't feel it. What's that guy's name? Kai Cenat or whatever. We watched a little of his video from 6 months ago. What's going on? How's everybody doing on this Monday? I noticed that the stock market gave back its gains. It was in the green. Futures were looking positive. It opened with, I think, the Dow up over 500 points, and then we gave it all back. We gave it all back, folks, and that's okay because it's not really sustainable stuff that is moving the market right now. We're all just kind of moving based on Donald Trump and what he decides to say or what his administration decides to say. And in the end, I think we're finally getting to the point where it's like, all right, dude, we need to know what's actually happening in order for any meaningful moves. But things that are definitely happening is that the dollar is getting extraordinarily weaker, right? Extraordinary? Is that a true statement? Maybe it's a bit hyperbole, but it's getting weaker, which can be great for asset prices because if the dollar is worth less, then your assets may be worth more dollars. And if you denominate everything in dollars, then you might be happy about that. Bitcoin is a wonderful example of something that should do well as the dollar weakens. And I think it will do well. And gold has been outperforming it of recent days, but usually it doesn't. And you think that Bitcoin would catch up, and lo and behold, it seems like Bitcoin is catching up. We'll look at a chart to make us feel good about that. Bullish gold, bullish Bitcoin, and I'm bullish utility in the altcoin market. We're going to talk about that. We'll scroll the news, and we're going to do this on a consistent basis, folks. I'm not going to be anything else than what I am. The fuck does that mean? But what that means is that I'm not going to sit here and chill. I mean, you see it. You saw this huge crash from the mantra, the Ohm token or whatever. I know nothing about it. I don't know anything about it. But you know who did know something about it is the mainstream crypto news. They're going to keep on leading you to the slaughter, folks. And if honest people don't stand up and just kind of deliver things as it actually is and aren't paid in the background for whatever shills that they're doing, then the retail is going to continue to be led to the slaughter. And this industry will continue to get painted with some kind of scam brush. And we will continue to falter. The people with actual money will continue to get richer because they're going to be actually investing in the things that are real and pumping the bullshit. You know, you get it. You get it. But there's not really much out there for crypto news. But, you know, the founder of Mantra has been on Crypto Town Hall several times. Rand Nooner has tweeted about how wonderful Ohm token is. They're all wondering what's going on right now. It's all a big club, folks, and you ain't in it. So let's create our own. Anyways, what's going on? Anybody in the chat? How you doing? Evening, Coop. What's up, Mort? Nice to see you back. Coop, Algorand got a new blockchain explorer today. Algo Gazer. I like it, man. I like the little star. I like it that there's a new blockchain explorer over there on Algorand. We lost Algo Explorer in the beginning, I guess it was last year, along with My Algo Wallet, along with a long tradition of NFT. We also lost NFT Explorer from a different team, much less controversial team. But yeah, well, congratulations on the new Explorer, Algo Gazer. I'll check it out. I haven't seen it yet. Don't come and knock it when Coop's house is a rockin'. That's for real. GM, Lord Shitcoin. Lord Shitcoin's back in the building. Yeah. The more and more I kind of navigate this space, put my money into this space, the more I realize, as Lord Shitcoin, that the only real meme coin that actually matters is Doge. Now, you might be like, Lord Shitcoin, what the fuck, bro? What about Atardio? What about Coop? What about RWA? What about these other things? Okay. Well, folks, let me tell you a little story. Those aren't meme coins. Coop is not going to reach mass adoption because of their ability to out-meme. It's not what it is. It's about a community coming together and building shit. And guess what? In that particular example of Atard, all my Atarded friends, they're building shit. They got something cool over there. They're running with it. And Coop, obviously, from the beginning, created a DAO. One of the main people behind the Coop coin just launched a whole platform for memes and staking and a real utility. Myth Finance by D13. So while these community tokens may not necessarily, they can meme, and obviously the Coop coin community has plenty of memes and a good sense of humor. What they will do in order to continue to bring in users, holders, and to create activity is going to be in what they build. And I'm here for it. Not going anywhere. Oh, man. Anyways. Caddy Smooth, my favorite name to always say. Caddy Smooth, man. I feel like Caddy Smooth. I feel like I've said Caddy Smooth in my as a young man, like Caddy Smooth, and it just feels right. So Caddy Smooth, thanks for being here. Appreciate you, brother. Good afternoon, morning. Caddy Smooth is somebody I know, right? Who are you, Caddy Smooth? I feel like we put this together in the past, but you're somebody cool. Good afternoon, morning to all. What's up, Coop? Gov's in the building from the Voy. The Voy. Is that what we call it? The Voy? That's all good. Hendrix Poem. Great to see the ReCoop back. Great to see you back, Hendrix Poem. Thanks for coming. I don't know if Hendrix Poem is in tribute to Jimi Hendrix, but we were listening to some of that. The only meme coin that matters is BTC. In some ways, that the reason why Doge actually matters is because of that distribution a long time ago, the long standing, and then also just the memes, organic. I mean, Pepe kind of gives you, but it's just not that kind of distribution. I don't know. The only meme coin that matters really to me is Doge. But I'm calling these things different things. What's up, Cap Hits? Nice to see you, man. All right. Well, hey, we did that. Let's go navigate the noise. Let's see what's going on in the mainstream media. And then let's check out crypto news. And then I'll show you some charts. Folks. And we'll move on. I'm going to go see Minecraft in 3D with my 3 kids. I have 4 of them, but the baby will not be going. 4 kids. Mom, why did I do this? It's so hard. They're always screaming. Want things from me. Oh, it's going to be okay. All right. Let's go to CNBC and see what's going on with the markets. Ba-da-da-da-da. Happy to be back, folks. I'm going to try to keep this train rolling for as long as I can. I'm going to keep doing this fucking show. I'm going to keep on popping off for as long as I can. I'm going to bring some consistency to it and see if we can build it. Then if we can't, I'll just shit post on Twitter, continue to invest and move on with my life. You know what I'm saying? By the way, speaking of shit posts on Twitter and moving on with my life, this episode of the ReCoop, the resurgence of the ReCoop was brought to you by Alpha Arcade that's built on Algorand, a motherfucking prediction market that you should check out for sure. We'll talk about it later. We'll look at it. It's all good. All right, let's check out CNBC. Let's refresh. Okay, so the market's bouncing back. It was red a second ago. So the Dow is back up over 220 points. It was in the red 15 minutes ago. S&P 500 is up 35 points, up 0.5%. Everything's up about 0.5%. Stocks waiver as tech tariff bounce loses steam. There he is. Auto stocks rise as Trump says he wants to help some car companies. A lot of cope coming from the Chinese government on losing the United States as a customer. Have you noticed? They're really trying to pump out like, hey, look at our manufacturing. All of your stuff is a knockoff in China. You can order from me, and we're so cool. Be a real human. I was like, okay, dude. All right. Nobody cares. All right. We're digging in our heels. Both sides are going to dig in their heels. And things are going to get worse, and you're going to be fucking happy about it. But maybe they'll get better. Who knows? Certainly don't blame people in China being pro-China. Just like the Chinese shouldn't blame people in the United States being pro-United States. It's kind of just normal. All right, so the Fed's Waller sees tariff inflation is transitory. Ooh, we love it when the Fed calls something transitory, don't we? Trump tariffs won't bring manufacturing back to the U.S. We didn't even look at any of this other shit. So the 10 years down. Treasuries are down across the board, but any significant margin. Oil's down, holding on to that $60 mark. Even gold's a little down. but not really. I mean, if you consider 3,200 down in Bitcoin, oh, the freedom's over there. We'll check that at CoinMarketCap. There's that meme that we were just talking about. Ba-da-da-da-da. All right, let's hit Bloomberg real quick and see if they got anything fun. Because when you're looking for fun, folks, go check out Bloomberg.com. Trump floats exceptions for auto parts facing 25% U.S. tariffs. All right, that has got to be for things like Ford and GM and probably Tesla. Goldman Sachs made a ton of money on trading, just like JP Morgan did, and just like every huge bank like that's going to do. They love this shit. Bukele says deported Maryland man won't be returned to the U.S. It's kind of bleak. We don't want that. I don't want that. Like, I get it. They weren't here. They were here illegally or whatever. But you can't be sending somebody that didn't commit any crimes other than being here illegally to some fucking jacked up prison in El Salvador where he's not even from, or maybe he is from there. I haven't even looked. But still, come on, man. He had like an autistic kid, was living a crime-free life in somewhere like Maryland or some shit. Bleak. Don't want to do that. NVIDIA's Mar-a-Lago dinner looks like a raw deal for USAI. CEO Jensen Huang appears to have convinced Trump to let it keep selling valuable AI chips to China. That could put the US and Europe on the back foot. Look at them. They all went to space. Funny. Apple and yep, they all liked over the weekend. Trump had said that phones and computers could be exempt, but then he backed up off that. I mean, oh my God, dude. Trying to follow that is just a fool's mission for sure. All right, nobody cares. Let's go to the block. Kraken unveils phased rollout for U.S. stocks and ETF trading. Shares planned for UK and European expansion. All right. Kraken giving Robinhood a run for his money. Tariffs, tokenization, and institutional adoption with Flowdesk CEO Guillaume Chamon. That's why you guys come here, right? For me to say weird French names. Guillaume Chamon. JP Morgan rolls out GBP blockchain payments, extending Euro and USD offerings. Nobody cares. U.S. Department of Homeland Security is scrutinizing Anchorage Digital. What you got? A subset of DHS reached out to former employees at the bank to ask about the company's practices and policies. Anchorage CEO Nathan McCauley attended a White House-hosted crypto summit alongside other crypto executives in March. Okay. We're ditching it. You want to look into that? Look into it. Michael Saylor bought another 3,459 Bitcoin for $286 million. We're at Blockworks real quick. How does Collider VM, Starkware's Bitcoin Bridge play stack up? Coinbase has come a long way from PayPal for Bitcoin. All right. All right, what you got, Felix? Look, I'm bullish Bitcoin and crypto on a mean reversion basis, but for an explosion past all-time highs on, let's focus on, because I do think our asset class is getting old enough where we start piecing those apart separately. To sum it up, folks would have to bet against Trump's investment thesis if we want Bitcoin to jump past all-time highs. Basically, Hovind argues that some of the things that aren't great for macro, like the bond market and US dollar losing faith and the Federal Reserve being forced to act, would be fantastic for Bitcoin. These are factors that Bitcoin was born for. Yeah. People want alts to leverage Bitcoin a lot. You almost might be better off if you look at the stats and run the ratios of risk leveraging your Bitcoin. Well, that was boring. Didn't really say much, did you? Check Decrypt real quick. We don't do CoinDesk anymore because I don't know. Ray Dalio is smacking the drum of a big financial crisis, which, like our friend Hovind just mentioned, was why Bitcoin was born in the first place. I don't understand. I can't really get my head around. I understand that Bitcoin price may crash a little bit in the short term, but what is happening is exactly 100% playing out like you would want if you were a Bitcoin maxi. Or not even like what you would want necessarily, because it does diminish the United States standing in the world, but it is what you were concerned about and why you invested in Bitcoin in the first place. It is absolutely disrupting the US dollar's stature across the world. And there's nothing the United States can do about it, which is why they're so heavily adopting it. So not being exposed to Bitcoin right now is an interesting move. Even the people that I talk to that are very high net worth individuals, and they're not doing it today, they've already done it. But some people that are close to me that are very high net worth individuals have exposed themselves to Bitcoin in their portfolio at a 2 to 3%, 1 to 3% ratio. But these guys have tons of money. Even they see the writing on the wall. So you're late. Stop fucking trying to grab the next pump. Obviously, I don't think many of you are even doing this anymore. We've all moved on. We've all been wrecked by meme coins and NFTs. Not saying that meme coins won't have another push up or NFTs won't have another push up, but you got to start creating a portfolio that actually makes sense. I mean, this is what I've been trying to say forever, but it didn't make a lot of sense to do that because there was so much money to be made. But now I really want to see everybody create a portfolio of things that make some sense. Like that Trump coin actually, and the Melania coin, like I think actually killed memes. That was crazy. They really just took them out. All right, let's get CoinMarketCap. See how all my friends are doing. Trump's at $8. It's not a lot of you faded selling it at the top. Oops. Oopsie. Fear and Greed still at 29. I think there's I think by tomorrow on Alpha Arcade, if it's above 22, there's a lot of winners. A lot of winners on Alpha Arcade. All right, Bitcoin hovering at 84.5. It is up almost 8% in the last 7 days. Volume is ticked down, but that's from yesterday. It's always down on a Monday. Ethereum is actually green across the board, up almost 6% in the last week, a couple percent in the last 24 hours. Volume's up actually a little bit. So people are trading ETH. XRP up 14% in the last 7 days. Solana up 22% in the last 7 days. Doge up 9. It's been sitting at 16 cents for a long time. Cardano has been hovering around this 60, 65 cent range. It's up 11%. Chainlink up 13. AVAX is actually doing pretty well, over 20 bucks. Polkadot at number 20. Not really pumping much. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you something I think about Polkadot. And I don't mean any harm, and I don't mean any offense to anybody in the Polkadot community that has decided to check out my show, because you see me tweeting about it online. But you people are the wackest crypto community in the top 20. Maybe Bitcoin Cash, Toncoin. There's some, okay, fine, maybe not the wackest. But you are hands down the wackest crypto community that I'm bullish on in all of crypto. There's no wonder. There's no mystery how you guys completely missed the NFTs run. You completely missed the memes, even though you got a pretty good one in Wood now, which is a bit of a derivative, but they're actually building cool shit over there. So Wood is good. The Wood is good. But there's no wonder you guys are missing that. You're this weird little insular thing that clearly doesn't want outsiders polluting your AI Cato earnings or whatever the fuck. Jesus Christ. Now you're lucky. You missed the NFTs. You missed the memes. And now I believe you're going to actually shine because utility is coming to the front. And you guys got fantastic forward-looking technology that is actually decentralized. There's everything that I actually believe in is in Polkadot. So even though you guys got the shittiest community alive, garbage, dog shit, what is the fuck is wrong with you people? Even though you got that, I still think you're gonna succeed, and I'm not going anywhere. And I'll keep on calling you dog shit. All right, let's scroll. Litecoin. Is this the way I'm going to gain a following in the Polkadot community? Probably not, but fuck off. I completely and utterly tanked my engagement on X, trying to be supportive of Polkadot, and you dog shit motherfuckers. Oh boy, this is fun. Algorand on the reverse had a thriving NFT scene, had a thriving meme coin scene. I mean, it's small. It's a small community. It's not huge, but there was real activity happening there. A real effort, a real community that supports it, supportive real people. They're top 50, up 15% in the last 7 days. And the volume is actually ticking up really well for where they usually sit. When we looked at Friday, I think that was at 80 million. So the fact that it's 127 million in the last 24, which is a Sunday, is good. Awesome community. Good people. Friends. Speaking of Algorand, let's go look at their ASAs. I'm able to talk about the Polkadot community like that because I know they're not watching, because they don't support outsiders. People that try to bull post about them. They don't. I get 0 likes from them. The only likes I get on my Polkadot things are fucking from Algorand people. I'm not in the, no, I know I am, because I've been like trying to get them in their Telegram to, whatever, fine. I'm going to be the weirdest supporter of Polkadot that you've ever had. I'm going to be so annoying. Maybe that's why you see that. Look at that. Coop is for the gains and things you're going to get. It's over 16, nearing a 2 cent place. Win Coop past Monco soon. Fish Stick. What's up, Fish Stick? How you guys doing? Aight then. Whoop, whoop. Friends over there at the Dragon Lair, big supporter of Whoop, sent me an NFT, 27% in the last 24 hours. My wife, mother of my 4 children, when we first started dating, she would respond to fun things with Whoop in the text messages. She would call me Koopaloop. And she would, when she was excited, she would say Whoop. There you go. Ba-da-da-da-da. Are you guys still here? Anybody here? What do you want to say? Anybody say anything before I move on to some other things? Oh, F. Audio sucks? Damn it. Really? No. Does the audio suck? Did he see? Now picking fights. You people in your But wait, does my audio suck, by the way? The shoes did ruin the NFT scene on when Little Dirk came a knocking, the NFT scene got whacked. Does she not do that anymore? No, she's no longer. No more whoops, fisherman. No more whoops. Where the fuck are you? I'm tired. The kids need popsicles. Why don't we have any ice cream? What are we having for dinner? I don't know. What are we having for dinner? Crypto Twitter tells me that you should be making the goddamn food. Where's my foot massage? I'm on Twitter enough. I deserve to be treated like a man. I'm a masculine man that needs to be treated such. This is how I behave at home. She no whoop the coop anymore, and then when she does whoop the coop, we end up with more children. It's what you call a vicious cycle, folks. A vicious cycle. Okay, we're just hanging out on Vestige. Okay, let's do. How's the dollar doing? You guys want to see how you guys want to talk about the dollar after I just yelled at people? Don't care. I don't care. What am I going to do? What are you guys? There's fucking 270 people that will watch my damn show. All right, so I'll do this every damn day. I'll tell the truth. I'll tell you what I actually think, and that's it. That's what I'm going to do. Nobody's going to pay me to fucking sneakily tell you shit. Alpha Arcade is here because I fucking like Alpha Arcade and I'm using it, and they're cool enough to want to help support the show. That's why. You're not going to give me a bunch of tokens and then I'm going to pretend that I bought them because I'm excited about you. No, I won't do it. And it sucks. I won't buy my posts on Twitter, which all of you know, based on how stupid sometimes they are not written by AI. None of my streams are going to have bots watching them. You're never going to see one of my posts with bots. None of that shit's going to happen here. I'm not going to ever do that. I won't do it because I don't want to sit here and pretend. All right, the DXY is down. So in 5 days, the dollar sunk 3.5%. In a month, is sunk about 4%. And year to date, the dollar is down 8%. That should be good for an asset like Bitcoin and gold, and maybe even stocks at some point. But so you got that. Bitcoin, gold. All right. 5 days. So this is 5 days. So there was this huge increase on the 9th for Bitcoin across gold. And then it massively dumped. But now you see Bitcoin crawling its way back up. Did you guys know 8 years ago, actually probably to this month, maybe it touched it once before April, but 8 years ago this month, Bitcoin reached 1 ounce of gold, the value of 1 ounce of gold. By the end of that year, which was, I think, in April, to be honest, but maybe it touched it and dipped in March or something, but whatever. 8 years ago, practically to this day, Bitcoin finally reached, oh, I'm not sharing this. Bummer. Bitcoin finally reached, can you guys even see this bullshit? Yeah. I'm swearing a lot. I'm just frustrated. I'm a little frustrated with, I'm so bullish on Polkadot. And like, maybe I just have to keep on trying. Maybe if I just insult them enough, it's like my Catholic mother. You know what I mean? If I make them feel guilty enough, they'll actually do what I want them to do. It didn't work with my mom, though. Maybe I should try a different thing. Maybe I should just try to provide them with better content. I'm not going to do that. I have too much shit to do. Just kidding. All right. 8 years ago today, let's just call it today, Bitcoin hit 1 ounce of gold for the first time ever. And by the end of that year, in December, it reached 13 ounces of gold. Then there's a little bit of a dip. And then 4 years later, I believe, what did Bitcoin hit 4 years later? I wrote that down somewhere. 35 ounces of gold. So in 2021, 4 years ago, Bitcoin reached the price of 35 ounces of gold. Right now, we're looking at about 26 ounces of gold. In December of last year, I believe it got up to about 35, 36, 37. But Bitcoin has not reached a new high. Well, I guess it did technically in December, but it's around the same thing. I just think that Bitcoin is going to be a lot higher versus gold by December. And I think gold is going to be a lot higher by December. So what do you think that means for the price of Bitcoin? If you're just locked in one community, in one altcoin, you're putting your eggs in a basket that is only going to really move if Bitcoin moves. So you're taking all the risk of one community and you're kind of tying it to the movement of another asset. Obviously, certain things can really separate themselves. We've seen Solana do that, yada, 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 yada. But I strongly suggest, as you play these games, as you trade NFTs, they're trying to bring NFTs back. As you trade memes, if they come back, I strongly suggest that you take some profits and throw them in to a Bitcoin position. You can use wrapped Bitcoin on your favorite alt chain, and then kind of borrow against it if you need. But I strongly suggest, and this is not financial advice because it could all backfire, of course, to start building as a participant, especially you longtime participants, as a longtime participant in the crypto space, and you have a ton of evidence to see how these things go, is to hedge some of your riskier bets with a also risky bet, by the way, in Bitcoin, right? Anything else? We looked at the dollar. Let's look at Alpha Arcade. Sponsor of the show, the team behind a tokenized real estate platform called Lofty, most established tokenized real estate platform. Lofty is behind Alpha Arcade. Awesome name for a prediction market. They got Oklahoma. They got the young Oklahoma City Thunder. What is the, if you say no on the Thunder? What is the percent? I just don't think that they're going to do it. Seems like a pretty good bet. The Warriors lost to the damn Clippers yesterday. Draymond Green, if you could hit a layup, now they have to play the Grizzlies tomorrow with a beat up Steph. All their stars are 35 plus. Really should have won that damn game. And the NBA would have gotten LeBron versus Steph in the first round. Now we got to get through Ja and what's his name, Jackson Jr. And then if we lose to them, then we're going to have to face either the Mavs or somebody else. Come on, Warriors. Oh, do we have the Eastern Conference playing? Will the Hawks beat the Magic? No, I don't think so. I think that the Magic will win that game. Maybe this all starts tomorrow. I don't know. Will the Grizzlies beat the Warriors? They don't have good. The Alpha Arcade really likes the Warriors, so it makes it hard for me to bet on the Warriors because the odds are always so much in their favor. So whoever you guys are that are out there betting, you seem to really like the Warriors. Where's that fear and greed thing? Which team will draft Deion Sanders' kid? Will the Crypto Fear and Greed Index be above 22 on April 15th? So there it is. Anyways, this is an awesome platform that could use some more people. The token, Alpha token, is something that you can hold, and then every 2 days you'll get some USDC revenue from the fees on the platform. I don't know. I support it. I'm excited about it, and they support me. It's all good. It's all love. All right. Let's stop sharing. Let's look at the chat. Okay, is this not? But she no whoop anymore. Audio's fine for me. How do you know I'm not a bot? I don't think you are. Coop definitely out of practice. This dual screen stuff isn't working the way the extra monitor wanted it to. I actually don't have the extra monitor going because I was a bit in a rush. I was running late. Have you guys ever noticed that sometimes I run late and I just ditched it? But I'm definitely aware that this hasn't been the smoothest. What did you miss? Doesn't that mean our altcoin should be gold? But it is true. I am out of practice. 185,000 BTC by October 2025. I think so too. I wouldn't even be surprised if by the end of this year, Bitcoin's trading over 200,000. I think that we are loading up right now. And this is the feeling that I get when it feels like we're at this range that Bitcoin has been in. It feels like we're about to break out of this in a meaningful way. It's hard to be that bullish because we all know that there's so many different risks and it might not happen. But yeah. Calls it Coop time. Hey folks, I appreciate you coming back for more. I'm going to keep on going. I'll keep on popping off. Why not? And by the way, like I'm very hyperbolic. Okay. I get a little worked up. Everybody that's here, that's been here for years knows I get a little worked up. Sometimes I yell at people when I get frustrated. I somewhat mean it in a joking way, but it's all born out of some sort of thing. But yeah, it's just we pop off and we continue. It's probably something that is holding me back. I don't know, but I just can't change. I'm not going to change. So at this point, I'm just not going to change. At some point, you have to realize this, folks, is that, you think you're going to change, right? You can stop behaviors that are holding me back, like drinking, for example. That's holding me back. I don't do it anymore because it's holding me back. And there's other things that I have not stopped doing that are probably also holding me back. But it's not me removing things that are holding me back is not changing, right? In some ways, I've always been a guy that had to, I had to deal with some bullies as a kid. I'm always going to stand up to that. And I'm always going to pop off speaking my mind. That's just who I am. And that's it. And I will always tank financial opportunities because I feel some strange obligation to the truth. And sometimes the truth is just how I feel, and I mix them up, and it's problematic for me. It's all a mixed bag. So, moral of the story is that you, just like me, we're not going to change. We're just going to grow in a way, and we'll see how it goes. All right. I don't call it lady, calls it coop time. All right, folks. Hey, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow, most likely at 10 o'clock. I'll keep you posted on Twitter. I'll try to get the YouTube up on the earlier side so you guys can kind of see. If you would, it would help me if you followed me or subscribed on YouTube and hit the notification bell on YouTube. Watching on Twitter or on X or YouTube is fine. Whatever you want to do. I'm going to keep on streaming to both. Doesn't make sense to put myself on an island, but yeah. And then I'm going to start doing some more. If I for example, if I can't do a couple of days, I'll try to do a pre-recorded video that is edited and stuff to place in that steed. But it's spring break for my kids. So if I'm not here one of these days, it'll be because of that. But today is a good day. Tomorrow I should be good too. And yeah, I'm going to go see Minecraft in 3D with all my little ones. And keep on watching Bitcoin because I want to add more. I also want to add more to Algo. Wouldn't mind adding some to DOT. I kind of like that gaming platform that's on DOT. I don't own any, but what is it? Mythical Games. They have an NFL Rivals. They have a FIFA Rivals. They have a basketball one. They got the Pudgy Penguin game coming. I don't know. It's pretty bullish. Another thing about DOT is that hydration, which is a great money market, DEX, etc. on in the Polkadot ecosystem. They are launching a multiple. They're calling it Gigadot, where it's like a liquid staking token that's getting their yield from multiple sources. There probably will be a race to fill the cap for lending it. I'll be participating in that, and because I like it, I like that product. I often, when I swap on, they have like an Omnipool thing. And when I swap in this Omnipool, I'm often getting one of the better swaps that I can get for things like Bitcoin and Ethereum. When you provide one-sided liquidity in the Omnipool on hydration, you can track the value of your position really well. And in permanent loss, when they're boosting those pools or those assets, and permanent loss is very low. You can see what is going on and your yield. So you really get to see, are you making money or not? I really enjoy that product. Anyways, see how excited? See what they're doing to me? See what that community's done? I'm sure they're thinking, it's a skill issue. But then I see anyways. All right, folks. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you. Rug by YouTube. Audio is good now. All good. All right, sweet. Thank you, guys. I will see you tomorrow around 1 p.m. Eastern. And who do you want to have on the show? Who should I have on this show? Who should I be talking to? Let's do some interviews. Let's talk to some people again. I want to connect with humans, not just sit here and scream at communities for not supporting me. All right, folks. I'll talk to you soon.